Howdy, all you delicious people. I'm here today to play more of The Simpsons Tapped Out. Reasonably, I had been playing this game a lot anonymously, but now I guess I had put together an EA whatever account. So I guess this is quite possibly the name of which. Excuse me. So go ahead and add me via this game. And so yeah, go ahead and do that because I didn't have an account before. I didn't have an EA. I was playing anonymously for a bulk of this game. So hopefully, if anyone is to, I guess, add me, you can add me there or whatever via this name, game, play, whatever. Anyways, we are on today to play another episode of this. I'm wearing the shades just because I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little bit today. Uh, just because I'm just kind of just getting a little just like I should have went to this thing called sleep and could have just done that, but I didn't. Um, so boo-hoo for me, right? For third world problems. Clicked income buildings. Okay, we've gotten that done. But I just need the shades to just help me kind of uh, just kind of make through this episode. Ready? All right. Huh. Sweet. Congratulations, you completed Schoolhouse Croc Part 5. Collect your rewards. Okay, great. Okay. Holy crap, it seems like... Dude, do you think we had enough people in the Quickie Mart? Okay, we've completed our daily. No, I don't want to advertise burgers. I just wanted to do the usual scratcher. You know what I'm saying? All right, there's a bomb. Oh, we might get a 3 of a kind here. Oh no, we got a pair. Flanders is done with what he's doing. Great, everyone, great. Okay, this is Jamba Juice. Apu, what are you got? My freezers are running out of power. If you or if the food spoils, it will take even more disgusting. Excuse me. If the food spoils, it will taste even more disgusting than normal. We need to build a power plant. Should it be a solar, wind, or geothermal? None of the hippie crap. We're going to rebuild the nuclear plant. I've got to catch up on the word. A day calendar on my desk. Reach level 11 and build Springfield's nuclear power plant. Well, if only, if only. If only I had just the resources and or time, I could build it all. Okay, we can have him. Okay. Let's backpedal a little bit here. No. Alright. Oh, come on. Reach level 12 to do that? Oh, come on. That was reach level just whenever the heck I want. Ah, fail. My favorite time of year when I get to indulge in the one chore I detest slightly best than all the others. Make Willie rake leaves. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. Make him rake leaves for 12 hours. Alright, only 12 hours. Alright. Get that button there. Hi, Dilio. There, neighbor. Neighborino. Alright. Alright, is there anybody that needs things to do? You know what I'm saying? I'm so close to get to level 11. And we can't do any of those things. Alright. Yeah, we can have people do that Sprangfield harvest. Ooh. Harvest. Oh, did it say specifically what? Harvest silver tongue. Okay. That's going to take 8 hours to do. Uh, but anyways, I've been watching quite a few movies lately. I've kind of been I kind of still have. There's certain movies that I haven't been able to get to review that eventually will uh, get there. Really, I've also having some movies on to cold storage, which is great. There are some, for me, some movies that I think are eventually going to hopefully do well. Cross fingers, but yeah, you guys can check those out on to the other channel, which is Grim Death Griffin. But yeah, I am definitely going to try and put some more interesting films out there that people might be familiar with. Really, I just gone on to eventually doing some movies that like are like The Last Dragon. Also, I've done some movies like The Rocketeer, which eventually will all get reviewed or have already been reviewed, but haven't been out on the channel yet. But they are reviews that are just holding just kind of just they're there. I have them. I've already reviewed them. So eventually, for anybody who likes those kinds of films, and hopefully, I will probably get into watching The Simpsons at some point. It seems like I've been kind of seeing some people also doing some Simpsons reviews, which is perfectly okay because really, I eventually wanted to go and maybe cover The Simpsons at some point, but I don't know. I'm just kind of having fun doing what I'm doing, kind of just playing around with a couple things here and there. Hmm. Laugh maniacally, or might as well just have him do that. Might as well just have him do something. Willie, you done yet? You done there yet, buddy? All right. I'm gonna try as much as humanly possible to just save donuts. Mm, so I can actually have stuff to use. I can have donuts to buy things. Millhouse, what are you doing? What are you doing that mill? Fly a kite. Go ahead there, buddy. Fly a kite. Uh, ooh. Rant about fire and brimstone or do lunges? Hmm. I'm kind of curious what go bowling means. I need a location to be able to do that. Oh, you got me, game. Don diddly do for you. Rant about fire and brimstone. Just go ahead and rant about it. I won't hear you, but go ahead and do it anyways. Okay, he's ranting and raving right in front of the house. I'll let Lisa be free because I might need her. Oh, yes. I'll have you do that. Trip to Lardland. Lardland, where is that? Oh, come on. Just give it to me. Just go ahead and just give it. Brown house. Ugh. Unbelievable. Okay. Ugh. These prices, you might as well just give it to me for free. You know, you might as well just give it away. You know what I'm saying? Why is there another dumpster here? Can you just buy another dumpster just because I have the money? Alright, evidently at home. Gonna give me a little bit of that quichola. Alright. Getting more XP. Krusty Berg. Alright, that Krusty Berg. Alright. We'll have him be a crossing guard. Alright. Homer, aren't you doing something? Way oversleep for a power nap. Great. Get a little taken off the top. Let's go with get a little bit off the top. Let's almost have everybody at least be doing something, even if it's something that they shouldn't even be doing. Let's have them kind of just do it anyways. Just for my just kind of just state of mind, I guess. Yeah. Humdinger. Oh. I always loved when Krusty would go into the show, and I think he would really just hate doing his own show. A lot of the times he would complain about like ratings or like something would happen to where eventually like I think that also kind of reminds me of the show The Critic. If you guys remember that, where I think John Lovitz used to be this like movie critic guy, where he would be reviewing movies that didn't actually exist or would be some kind of like parody of some film. I should actually go back and rewatch The Critic. Like just like because I think that that show was really funny and really hilarious. But it might not be exciting for some people, but some people might remember that show. I should probably go ahead and check now to see if it still like exists somewhere. Let me pause here for a second. Yeah, it still exists. You can see it somewhere. I guess you can see it on an app called Crackle. But I think that I might go out of my way to just kind of see it elsewhere. But we'll see about that. Eventually, I might just go on to Crackle anyways, just so I can just make sure that I get the right show and the right stuff and whatever. But yeah, I really enjoyed that show. I remember every single review. I think he ended up saying for every single review, I think he ended up seeing that everything just like it stinks, and so like everything would be like the worst movie that he's ever seen. which I kind of found to just be like hilarious. How they would have like either some parody of some movie or something, and every single time it would be something that it would just be awful. It would just be a horrible idea. Excuse me. But yeah, like so maybe I'm gonna review that at some point. Maybe people will even remember that show, because it's an animated sitcom, um, that I just found to be hilarious, and maybe some people might remember that show. Um, More than likely, like I'm reviewing that show, not even trusting that more likely anybody remembers this or whatever. But I might go into a couple episodes and then review it so I can have something extra to review. Um, I don't know, not like lately. I've just been kind of really just enjoying reviewing things, and I've just kind of been also really having quite a bit of times where I'm like, you know what, I have uh like I've had so much content on uh like bizarrely the channel. Like it was weird how in this channel, not the other channel, this channel, like how it's basically just like, you know what, like I had to leave yesterday and not be on here because I had to go to like a DMV and I had to get a brand new chair and all kinds of things. And like I realized that the view count while I was gone actually went up bizarrely. I was like, well, okay, I guess somebody finally found certain series and stuff like that, like Star Trek's Fleet Command is like consistently going. The view of that one video is going up, and eventually I'm hoping to continue doing that series. It's just uh, I've also just kind of really been also just kind of like hesitant about this channel more so than the other. Um, just because I've just been like, I don't know what to do this. Or I've just been like really just, I've just really just been not like at my best lately. Um, just really kind of just discouraged and whatever, especially for this channel. Like the review channel, it's going bangers, it's going well, to the point where I'm just so fascinated in how like all of a sudden like this bizarrish jarish of a turnaround happened. Because reasonably I was like looking at the review channel and I was like, like hopefully this is things are gonna work out. Things are gonna go well. Um, oh boy. Then I realized that that all of a sudden it's like, you know what? Like I probably have a lot of like I probably have a few videos that I think will probably that I know um, that had gone well. Let's put all those all on the other channel, and so like that's basically what I just did, and it just really went much more better than I could have expected, and even more so, it's going on to um, it's going on to besides subscriber wise, which that's gonna take time regardless. It's going really surprisingly well. Um, but anyways, yeah, I kind of like there might be some shows and stuff here that I think people do like. I can talk about here. Like I had seen episodes here and there of like King of the Hill. Like, do people actually remember that episode, that show? We're like, damn it, Bobby. uh, Freaking have like the family where we end up having like Peggy Hill who has to like refer to herself consistently as a third person. You just got stumped by Peggy Hill. and you have it to where you have like Bobby, who is just kind of like they're ignorant kid that doesn't know any better. But I think like both of their kids are kind of just kids that like don't know any better, so they're just kind of making a ton of mistakes. What the? Did I send almost? Did I have I sent everyone out to do stuff now? Okay, all right, great. That's what I was hoping for. All right. So I also could pick and choose if I want to save some folks. Plus, also like doing all this will also give me some XP, which is great. Doing any number of these things. Come on. But yeah, so I remember King of the Hill. Like, I think it's kind of weird that King of the Hill kind of spurned out of like Beavis and Butthead. I think that's the original way that King of the Hill was eventually designed. But yeah, I also went and started watching. Uh, whew, uh, or started watching. I remember also watching. God, there were so many like Adult Swim shows, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That was kind of a very odd show where it was just like one episode. I'm like, man, somebody's drawn some weird characters. Really have it to where it's like the chicken McNugget, the fries, and the drink. I think of like a fast food joint, like all eventually just became like actual like heads, and they all talk to people bizarrely. A weird show. Like I also had seen like Adventure Time, where I thought that show, like there's some episodes of Adventure Time, or no, it's not Adventure Time. I think it's Venture Bros. Yeah, it must be Venture Bros or Venture Brothers. Get my shows confused. Adventure Time is like the really kid show. Um, but yeah, Venture Bros, where we end up having like the this father who's this like genius, and like there's also the muscly blonde muscle man, and we end up having the two dumb sons of the genius that are just like, "Arr!" And then like there, I think is at some point like some magician or something, some wizard. Such a weird show. A wizard pops in from time to time, and there's like the villain. I think is like a bee, or like a guy who dresses up as basically a bee, and like his henchmen are all bees. It's weird. Um, God, uh, trying to think of anything that seems unique that I haven't really talked about. I also would watch randomly time from time, or time from time to time. I used to watch like Nickelodeon a lot when I was younger. I remember watching like Rugrats and be like going like, yeah, this is actually a really fun show. But I think also like Rugrats was either like there was a lot of stuff that I think that show was stealing from Muppet Babies, or Muppet Babies was stealing from Rugrats, or something along those lines. Or it's like they were trying to do um, something very similar to one another. Like how we have, I think Muppet Babies ended up getting rebooted to be a much more, I think, kind of like off the computer instead of like a just straight up cartoon show. Um, I don't know, just seemed way too like. It's kind of sad how we've come to where like originally when the show started, like it could be any number of things, but then eventually we end up having to like have it be rebooted, and then it's just like it doesn't look the same, or like they end up having to adjust the show to be much more PG or much more kid friendly, and then they start to get rid of things. Like I'm sure I don't know how many times that I haven't seen Homer choking Bart in an episode of The Simpsons, or somebody hitting something with something or whatever. Um, like the violence part of the Simpsons is probably just non-existent now, but come on. Come on, game, give me something. But yeah, I used to do. I used to do. No, you would do that all the time. I also like would watch any kind of anything that seemed like or sounded popular. Like I ended up watching shows like Hey Arnold just because it's like a guy with a football for a head. That sounds weird. Um, but also I used to watch uh Ren and Stimpy. That used to be fairly odd. We ended up having it to where, like, I think right around the time that I was watching Ren and Stimpy was almost around the same time that I was probably watching or Inky and the Brain. Is that I don't know the other guy's name. Um, it might have been Pinky and the Brain. And I thought, like, I kept bizarrely thinking that like Ren and Stimpy and Inky, or God, what is his name? Pinky and the Brain. Like I thought, like both of those shows were almost the exact same thing at some point. Because I was like, isn't this basically like we end up having like Ren who is just like you idiot, and then he's like slapping around uh Stimpy or yeah. But yeah, like we ended up having also where like Brain would be like, well, or maybe it's Stinky in the Brain. Is I don't remember the show. I don't remember the title of the show. Might have been Pinky in the Brain. Might have been. So I just remember every single episode they'd be like, "What are we gonna do next week?" Like, try to take over the world. Narf. You would have like these rats that are basically trying to take over the world, but they couldn't even like get out of their laboratory. Heaven forbid they try to take over the world. That seems like a very absurd uh, thing for every episode to have them try to do because it didn't make any sense. Uh, Come on. But did anybody watch the Animaniacs? I think the Animaniacs were basically like copying and pasting off the Looney Tunes. Like I think reasonably the Animaniacs were just like something as a just write off. Like it's kind of interesting to eventually see what eventually ends up being just kind of like a write off show where it's just kind of like they don't really care, and it's just like, well, if it goes really well for the first season, then we're gonna just have the show on for the long haul, and reasonably, you end up having it to where their shows just kind of get renewed anyways, just because people bizarrely just like, well, like I had nothing else to watch on a Saturday morning, so I guess I'll watch Animaniacs, and then eventually people realize like, you know what, there might be just something here, something goofy. Like I think Animaniacs probably reminded a lot of people of just Looney Tunes and like the core of it, and just so I think a lot of people just went on to enjoy that show just because it reminded them of like Looney Tune kind of things. Because that's the thing. The people who ended up doing Looney Tunes ended up eventually rebooting the series, and then I'm like, I went into watching the newer Looney Tunes, and I'm like, yeah, this show was just not that good. It's just you end up having it to where like basically you end up having like a Bugs Bunny and an Elmer Fudd like living next to one another, and they have like a grievance about like somebody like banging on their doorway too often or something, and it's like you have a whole entire episode that's bizarrely written about that didn't quite like make sense to me. um or like it would be something along those lines, and like that's not an exact episode, but we end up having a tour like recently we end up having, I think, some characters who had problems like sleeping, or like we would have uh like eventually we would have, of course, like a disagreement between Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, and that would like create a rift between the two characters as per usual, because that's what happened in the original Looney Tune series, where like rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, to eventually that probably just uh, made one of the two characters eventually going crazy and ape crap. Um, but yeah, reasonably, I guess we have nothing going on here. Um, so that just kind of sucks. Uh, yeah, we just kind of have to just wait it out, sadly enough. But anyways, yeah, I think considering there is nothing to do, I should probably just call it a day for today. And plus two, I've kind of been like holding off because I've just been like, I'm getting to that point of just going like, yeah, I need to take a little this thing called rest. Cause yeah, I had a full day today, and I was just like really just like, yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, a little burnt out, but if anything, yeah, it was all worth it for today to try to do as many videos as possible, as well as try to also um, put out videos for it. If you see this shirt again, more than likely it'll just be because, yeah, I just, uh, yeah, this is all going to be probably within ballparkingly the same day. Because probably when I get up, eventually, probably shortly thereafter that, I'm probably going to go back and doing some videos with this same shirt. So anyways, I am going to get out of here. Goodbye, everybody. Bye, everybody.